The Bold and the Beautiful fandom is getting an emotional lift that will forever mark Liam Spencer's legacy, as CBS prepares to air one of the most moving episodes in recent memory. The episode, which will air on Wednesday, April 23rd, not only confronts the tragic reality of Liam's fate, but also turns its emotional focus to the solemn vow that will shape Kelly's future, made by John "Finn" Finnegan, her devoted stepfather. As the storyline surrounding Liam's inoperable brain tumor reaches its final chapter, viewers are bracing for the inevitable, Liam Spencer's death. But even in the face of loss, The Bold and the Beautiful brings to light a heartbreaking yet beautiful act of continuity and compassion as Finn steps in with a vow to protect the emotional world of the little girl both men love. Find out everything that happened in this emotional episode and what it means for the future of the Spencer Forrester family. At the iconic cliffside home overlooking the Pacific Ocean, a home long associated with love, betrayal, and family, Steffy Forrester sits across from Liam Spencer, telling him the hardest truth of all: he is dying. Despite the brave facade he tries to maintain, Liam is finally forced to accept the fact that his tumor cannot be surgically removed and that every second that passes is a step closer to the inevitable. Tears fall slowly at first. Then they flood. Liam, a man known for being indecisive when it comes to love, is certain of one thing: he does not want to leave his daughters behind. His promises to Kelly that he will always be there, that she will never lose her father, seem to be broken. And that reality goes deeper than any physical pain. While Liam tried to process the news, Finn returned to the room after tucking Kelly in. He saw the raw emotion in Liam's eyes and sat next to him, not as a rival, not as Steffy's husband, but as a man willing to honor another man's legacy. Liam didn't beat around the bush. He challenged Finn. He questioned the diagnosis. He refused to accept that his fate was sealed. There has to be something else, he said, desperate. Some surgery, some treatment, some hope. But Finn didn't make empty promises. He just told the truth and then promised himself. I can't replace you, Liam. I won't try. But I promise you that if the worst happens, Kelly will never be alone. I will protect her. I will guide her. I will love her like my own child. The moment was painful. For Liam, this was the moment his worst fears came true. Someone else would replace him. Someone else would take Kelly to school, cheer her on at games, comfort her when she cried. But it wasn't a stranger. It was Finn, a man Liam respected, even if their past was strained. A man who had proven his loyalty to Steffy and truly loved Kelly. But Liam wasn't ready. He clenched his fists. He looked away. Tears fell again. Because while the promise was noble, while Finn's vows were sincere, Liam didn't want to be replaced. Instead of gratitude, Liam responded with emotional resistance. I'm not gone. Don't talk like I'm gone. Finn, trying to stay calm, reminded Liam that the tumor was aggressive and incurable. They saw 3 specialists. Bridget, Grace, and even international consultants all agreed that there was nothing more they could do. But Liam wouldn't listen. He refused to accept that his death was only a matter of when, not if. And in this moment of denial, he clung to the only thing that offered hope. There has to be something. There has to be something I haven't tried. I can't die. Not now. Not when my girls need me. Liam insisted that he would find a cure, even if it meant flying all over the world. Even if it meant becoming a medical experiment. Even if it meant going it alone. As the 2 men talk, Steffy stands in the doorway, racked with grief at the thought of seeing the father of her child face death, while her husband prepares to carry the torch in his absence. She looks at Liam's face, how haunted he looks. She looks at Finn's face, how sincere and loyal he is. And she breaks down inside. Because no matter what happens, her family will never be the same. Outside of the show, actor Scott Clifton, who plays Liam, recently shared news that strongly hints at the end of the season. In a recent interview, he revealed that he had a successful audition for a new role on The Young and the Restless. The news sent shockwaves through the soap opera world and seemed to confirm what many fans feared: Liam Spencer was going to die. This wasn't faked. This wasn't a coma. This isn't a soap opera-style resurrection plot. Liam is leaving the bold and the beautiful, and the show is preparing to say goodbye in the most emotionally resonant way possible. As time passes for Liam, and as viewers prepare for the heartbreaking final scenes, the focus shifts to what comes next. Kelly's world without Liam, she's still too young. Too young to fully understand the scope of the loss. But she'll feel it. And Finn's vows will be tested every day as he becomes the primary father figure in her life. Steffy returns from maternity leave. When actress Jacqueline MacInnes Wood was preparing for maternity leave, fans speculated that Steffy might temporarily leave Los Angeles with Kelly for grief counseling or simply to escape the painful memories. Hope's reaction. Hope's silence was deafening. She slowly returned to Liam just as he began to falter. Will she regret not fighting harder? Or will she find peace knowing he died believing she still loved him? Bill has always been a proud man. Now, with one of his sons about to die, how will he react? Will he channel his grief into revenge, activism, or something else entirely? While it hasn't been officially confirmed, multiple sources are reporting that Liam's funeral will be one of the most emotional in recent memory for the show. Hope delivers a eulogy that's a mix of sadness and regret. Steffy sobs over the closed casket, holding Kelly. Bill places the Spencer sword necklace inside the casket. Flashbacks to Liam's most important moments, his love for Hope, his passion for Steffy, his joy at being a father. And perhaps the most powerful moment of all, Finn, with his hand on Liam's casket, whispers the vows he made before Liam died. The Bold and the Beautiful is about love, betrayal, forgiveness, and the endless tug-of-war between what we want and what fate allows. This storyline, Liam's terminal illness, Finn's vows, and the ripple effects through families embodies everything that makes this show so iconic. It's not just about death. It's about legacy. About the promises we make when words are all we have left. About the unsung heroes who step up when the spotlight fades. So when Finn promises to protect Kelly, he's not just stepping into a role. He's honoring a man's final wishes. And in doing so, he becomes part of a story much larger than himself. Rest in peace, Liam. He was flawed, conflicted, sometimes disappointing, but always human. And in his final hours, he reminded us of what it means to fight for love. Will he come back like Taylor? The Bold and the Beautiful is coming to an end in a way fans never expected. At the center of it all is Hope, a woman who has tried to be everything to everyone: daughter, mother, designer, lover, and visionary, but now finds herself completely, utterly broken. We saw it coming. The signs were there. The slow disintegration of a woman who has pushed herself past her emotional limits, clinging to an ideal while the world around her continues to crumble. And now we may be witnessing Hope's final battle in Los Angeles, or perhaps her quiet departure from it. Let's dive into the core of this twist in Hope's storyline, why she felt lost and decided to abruptly leave everything behind: the company, the relationships, the only home she'd ever known to lead her to the City of Lights, and perhaps the man who never stopped believing in her. For years, Hope was the shining heart of the Bold and the Beautiful. Her gentleness, sense of justice, and relentless pursuit of love made her one of the most beloved characters on the show. But now it seems like every pillar she stood on has been ripped from under her feet. What was supposed to be Hope's greatest achievement, Her leadership of Forrester Creations has become a public, humiliating disaster. As the face of hope for the future, she's poised to lead the franchise into its next era. But internal strife, business betrayals, and inconsistent support from the Forrester family have made her position untenable. The power transition, fueled by behind-the-scenes drama involving Ridge, Brooke, and even RJ, has left Hope in a position where every creative decision becomes a political minefield. Instead of feeling empowered, Hope feels like a pawn in a larger game, manipulated and discarded at her convenience. Her designs are questioned. Her judgment is scrutinized. Her leadership is undermined. And worse, she begins to doubt her own worth. When Hope and Carter began their relationship, many viewers were uncertain. But for Hope, Carter represented stability. A good man. A trustworthy man. Someone who would never lie, cheat, or betray her like Liam and Thomas did. But the relationship has fallen apart quickly and painfully. Whether it's their emotional incompatibility, Hope's unresolved feelings for Thomas, or Carter's own struggles with commitment, the collapse of their romance is the last straw for Hope. No more pretending. No more fake smiles. Hope is broken. And she's tired of pretending she's okay. Hope has always had a complicated relationship with Brooke Logan, her loyal but emotionally reckless mother. For all their similarities, they rarely see eye to eye, especially when it comes to Ridge. But now, Hope feels completely alone. In the latest round of Forrester's power struggles and emotional meltdowns, Brooke has hooked up with Ridge, leaving Hope out in the cold. What's more painful is that Hope expected it, but it still hurts deeply. Brooke's decision to stand by Ridge reaffirms what Hope has always feared, that in her mother's eyes, Ridge will always be more important than anyone or anything else. Hope is tired of trying to win her mother's approval. Tired of demanding to be seen, supported, heard. And now, she no longer wants to fight for that position. As her career crumbles, her relationships crumble, and her emotional foundations are destroyed, Hope comes to the most dangerous conclusion of all: I don't belong in this city anymore. She begins to consider what once seemed unthinkable, leaving Los Angeles. Not just for a break. Not just for clarity. But forever. She's tired of the endless cycle. Of the constant betrayals. Of the toxic relationships that define Forrester's life. And most importantly, she doesn't want her daughter, Beth, to grow up in an environment that chews people up and spits them out in the name of family loyalty and fashion prestige. Hope's dream? A fresh start in Paris. It's no coincidence that Hope's thoughts turn to Paris, a city of beauty, reinvention, and most importantly, Thomas's last known home. While fans remain divided on whether Hope and Thomas are truly meant for each other, there's no denying that Thomas has always believed in Hope. Even as he manipulated the situation to his advantage, even as his love turned into obsession, one thing has remained constant. He saw Hope as smart, beautiful, and capable. And now, as Thomas retreats from the noise and chaos of Los Angeles, Hope wonders if joining him in Paris could be her chance to find peace, redemption, and even love again. This isn't about running away. This is about survival. Paris offers distance, space, safety, and maybe, if fate allows, a reunion that could change everything. Hope doesn't know if Thomas will accept her. After all the therapy, the exile, the self-reflection, Hope can't predict whether he'll open the door when she knocks. But what she does know is this: Thomas is the only one who can understand what she's going through. He's been slandered too, abandoned, pushed to the brink. And if she finds him in Paris, and if he still looks at her the way he's always looked at her, then maybe, just maybe, Hope will finally find the emotional refuge she craves. Hope's possible departure from Los Angeles raises some important questions, and each one will send shockwaves through the entire landscape of the bold and the beautiful. How will Brooke react? Brooke may be forced to face the consequences of prioritizing Ridge over her daughter for the 100th time. But this time, she may not get another chance to fix it. Will Liam try to stop her? If Liam were still alive, he might beg Hope to stay for Beth's sake. But do his words mean anything now? Is this the beginning of a new power couple? If Hope finds Thomas and they reconcile, it could be the start of a new dynamic in Paris that is creative, romantic, and not weighed down by the past. While there has been no official confirmation, many fans have speculated that this storyline could lead to the temporary or permanent departure of Annika Noel, who plays Hope. Whether it's for personal reasons, a sabbatical, or a change in the show's creative direction, Hope's possible move to Paris would fit within the same arcs used to write characters off-screen without killing them off. If that's the case, viewers may not get a dramatic goodbye, but a quiet disappearance, the kind that leaves the door open for a triumphant return in the future. Hope Logan has always been a symbol of love, faith, and emotional resilience. But everyone has their limits. And Hope's time has come. She's tired of smiling through pain. Tired of holding everyone together when no one caught her when she fell. Leaving Los Angeles may not be the end of her story, but it could be the beginning of her reinvention. In Paris, Hope may not find peace right away. But she will find something more valuable. Herself. And when she returns, if she does, she will not be the woman who left. She will be stronger, bolder, without regrets, hope. Stay tuned, because this is not just another storyline. This is the beginning of a change. And as always, thank you for joining me. Subscribe and stay connected for more updates, exclusive spoilers, and analysis on your favorite daytime dramas. The bold and the beautiful just keeps surprising us.
Oh.